Oh, I'm late, I'm sorry. I was on vacation, I just graduated high school, insert joke about my age. Anyway, WWDC 16 happened and I missed it because I was canoeing in the ocean, and we spilled the canoe in the ocean and found out the Apple Watch is waterproof. So that's good news, right? Get this thing on. I wish this was Velcro, it would go faster. So I just got home and I watched the keynote, and wow, there's a lot to cover. Again, sorry for being late, but I'm here. First of all, it's time for an Apple Watch update. We haven't got one in a while. WatchOS 3. Yes, it's amazing. I didn't know what they were gonna add because I had no clue what they could add, but it turns out they were just doing a ton of things wrong before, and they just figured out how to fix it. So what do I mean anyway? The biggest noticeable difference is that this button here on the side, it used to bring out all your contacts, doesn't do that at all anymore. Figured no one was using it, which honestly I wasn't. Good call. Now when you tap that, it brings out all of your running apps. Not exercise running like the apps running in the background. Multitasking on an Apple Watch. I never thought this day would come, but I guess it's here. Same hardware and everything. And apparently their coding was messed up before because apps took about 7 seconds to launch, which in the tech world, that's like incredibly long time. So when you had all those apps to choose from and you pick one, it would be loading for a long time. Now they launch instantly. What changed? It's the same hardware model, and now apps just open immediately for no reason because you figured out how to code it better. I mean, I'm really happy. And I'm super glad you figured that out, but I mean, just why couldn't we start with that? Anyway, that's great. Apps now open immediately. Of course, this is all great, but then, you know, Scribble. There's tons of other stuff they added, but whatever, Scribble is what's important. So in Android Wear 2.0, they added this feature where the screen moves side to side and you have to, draw each letter to form a word. And I thought that was stupid because it means you have to write it in a hurry. And if it gets it wrong, you can't delete letters that easily. You have to write out, the whole word at a time. That's not intuitive, and I thought you could never do something like that on a watch, but now Apple's made Scribble and it's possible now. I actually can get on board with this. So what it means is you don't have to draw each letter fast enough as it's scrolling side to side. You just draw each letter using the entire display, and that detects each letter, and there's a delete button and a space button, and that lets you actually write out words and text messages without using dictation with just a watch, which I thought might never happen. But Apple figured it out, so good job. I'm really excited for watchOS 3 because I want that Scribble feature. I can text just by doing this, and people were like, oh, what are you doing? I'm not changing the time, I'm texting. I'm cool, I'm from the future. I'm excited for that. So suck it, Android Wear. There's other things they added, of course, but who cares? So next, tvOS. Not a whole lot of differences other than Siri got some improvements on dictation, and that they added an Apple TV remote app for the iPhone, which is great because that stupid remote thing is black, and when it's nighttime and you're watching movies at the TV, there's a remote for the Blu-ray player, the TV, the Apple TV, and they're all black, and when it's dark at night, I don't know which one's the right remote. Why did they all have to be black? Why did we choose this color? Or why can't we have one remote that does everything? Whatever. Too many dang buttons on the big TV. So yeah, if the remote's in your pocket or you're using it like I am when you're watching TV, switching stuff is easy because you just open that app and you're done. Good call, Apple. Yeah, tvOS didn't change much. I don't even think they gave it a number. I don't remember tvOS 2. Yeah, who cares? Let's get on to the big boys. The next release was macOS. Yes, no longer called OS 10. They're calling it macOS Sierra, which is cool because I'm out in the Sierras. That's where I live. Don't stalk me. Just kidding. I probably would love to meet you guys someday. But anyway, they got rid of OS 10. Thank God there were so many OS 10s. Windows 10, iOS 10, OS 10. Yeah, no more of that. Mac OS. Good call. And the biggest addition, noticeable difference, is Siri on the Mac, which is great because no one used Cortana on Windows 10. But Siri on the Mac allows you to access files quickly, drag those files into your projects, and it can sort through them pretty easily. And of course, it does all those things Siri does. Play music, check your calendar, search the web. I don't know why or how specifically, but I'm just gonna say it's better than Cortana. Just gonna leave that out in the open. Yes, it's better. I don't know how, it just is. Because it's Siri. People use Siri. It's on the iPhone. macOS Sierra also filters through your hard drive and helps clean it out so you can save space by taking the oldest files you have and backing some of those up to the cloud and finding duplicate files or files that aren't being used and deleting them. I have a sucky internet out here in the foothills, so backing stuff up here might slow down my internet, but duplicate files, that could save space. So yeah, who doesn't want to save space? This is good. They made some changes to Icloud Drive to make it more seamless across iOS. But what I'm most excited for is the fact that you can now unlock your Mac just by having an Apple Watch. That's it. So if you have an Apple Watch with a passcode on and you turn on the Mac senses that you're a registered user. We know it's you right there, and it turns on. No password. That saves a lot of time. Thank you. I believe it does it automatically. There's no configuration or anything. So good as well. Amazing. Not to mention how cool that new notification center is. They just kind of brought that out the side and they were like, oh yeah, this is what it looks like now. I was like, I want that. That looks beautiful. Thank you. So yes, macOS Sierra. And I'm part of the beta program, not a developer, but a beta guy. So I'll be testing it in July. We'll probably do some videos on it. Then of course, the moment you've all been waiting for. iOS 10, the best operating system in the world. I don't want you to say mobile or desktop operating system. I'm just saying iOS is the best. Don't dislike. They're gone. They're gone. They just clicked back on the video thing down there. They're gone. Apple sheep are still here though. So the greatest thing about iOS 10 is you can delete the stock apps. How long have we been waiting for this? Your phone storage fills up and it's like, sorry, there's no more room left. And you're like, I didn't ask for iBooks. I didn't ask for notes. I didn't ask for stocks or the calculator. I didn't ask for any of that. Now you can save space by just getting rid of it. Thank you. I'm gonna be deleting tons of stuff. Not that it matters because I always have so much memory. But for you guys who get the low-end memory configurations, you should be happy. Now, of course, you can't delete every single stock app because there's certain apps that would take away functions of the phone. So for instance, like you can't take away the camera app. You still can't delete that, or the messages app, because that's how like the phone communicates, SMS text. I don't believe you can delete the phone app, but a lot of those apps that aren't absolutely necessary to run, you can get rid of them. But anyway, what they were mainly focusing on was the redesigned lock screen, which by the way, I love. Things are put into more of a bubbled look, really elegant. You can do tons of things without unlocking the phone. They're also updating the Apple News app and Apple Music app. Apple News looks good. It can send notifications now, which I didn't realize it couldn't do. I was like, oh yeah, it's not doing that. Why isn't it doing that? Well, they fixed it, whatever. Be happy. Apple Music looks different. For some reason, everyone was complaining that it was hard to use. Why is it hard to use? I don't understand. People said it was complicated. It's not complicated. If you think Apple Music is hard to use, then Windows 10 must be a freaking nightmare for you. All those tiles everywhere. Apple Music has 5 buttons on the bottom, and that's it. And then it's super nice. Anyway, they changed it to be more user-friendly. I don't see how it's more user-friendly because there's the same amount of buttons and options. Just looks different. Okay, why not? I mean, I can't downgrade at this point. Also, Control Center has a new fresh design to go with the iOS 10 look of bubbling. But of course, the biggest showcase they were unveiling with iOS 10 was the redesigned Messages app. Now open for developers, it now has tons of more features, and now Messages is the best messaging platform in the world. I know what you're thinking, and you're wrong. Here's why. I'm sure a ton of you techie people were thinking about Allo, Google's upcoming messaging service, and it's cool because you can change the fonts on things. Yay! Yeah, that's cool. How about change the entire screen? Boom, you got balloons, you got confetti. And of course, if you made text big on Allo all the time, it would be hard to scroll through things, right? On Messages, it's big when you send it, and then it shrinks back down to the regular text size after you've sent it. That way, going back through Messages is still a lot easier. Also, Invisible Ink is amazing. You can reveal things with a more dramatic effect. Things can drop down to give your point a bit more of an emphasis. Love that! I'm gonna be using it constantly. And there's now stickers because Messages is open to developers. Those drawing things that they had on the Apple Watch, you can now communicate with the Messages app. It works with the Apple Watch great. If you're an Android user, this means nothing to you, of course, but I mean, you have enough problems to worry about. Whatever. But yeah, once iOS 10 rolls out, Messages is now the most fluid, current, fun, and easy to use messaging service that I believe I could ever use. If you are an Android, I'm gonna use Messenger. I'm not gonna SMS text you because all those features would go away. Not worth it. Not gonna text you. Just Messenger. Messenger's the second best. Before iOS 10, Messenger was the first best. Messenger's amazing. The amount of things you can do with that, it's so good. Man, Facebook's good at Messenger. And nothing else. Give your customers the Oculus Rift. Update the Facebook app for the iPad Pro. Sorry, I'm getting off track. So yeah, they also introduced Swift Playgrounds to help, to help kids learn how to code because it's a developer conference. I guess that's cool. Good, teaching people to code. But anyway, I'm really excited to try all 4 of these new operating systems. Just gotta buy an Apple TV and then I can try tvOS. But the rest I can try with everything I have, and I'm especially looking forward to having 2 tabs open on Safari at once on the iPad Pro. Thank you for adding that. They do listen to us sometimes. What was your favorite part of the conference? I loved it when they talked longer than the last one, which was only an hour. This one was jam-packed full of stuff and it was great. I'm gonna download all of this stuff as soon as possible and review it here. You'll get to see my thoughts on it. Spoiler alert, I love it. Oh, wait a second. Microsoft had an unveiling as well? Xbox One S? Oh, Microsoft. Okay, next video maybe. This is a tech channel and I have a gaming channel, but should I talk about gaming appliances on the tech channel? I don't know. Should I talk about consoles? Let me know in the comments below. Gotta wrap this up. This is your Apple Sheep here, and I will see you in the next one.